Oh, hey everyone. It's Brent with BC Does, bringing you folks hopefully another watchable video. I'm just listening to a little bit of Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon on cassette. Let me get this put away. Oh man. Bringing you folks another video today, another music related video. I hope you folks are having a great day. I'm certainly having a great day. Let me get this stuff put away. Today we're going to talk about heavy rotation. What I'm listening to right now. Just constantly on my turntable here. We're going to talk a little bit about that. As always, listen to music in the background. Today we're listening to Def Leppard Pyromania. Fantastic record. Just picked that CD up for like $5. Also picked up Boston for $5 from Walmart the other day. Yes, I still buy CDs. $5, you can't beat it, man. My record is a little beat up of that, a little poppy, and I do still listen to CDs, so I picked that up and get a nice clean listen of some great guitar work from Boston. Quick question, and before I get into this, as always, I got my two window albums in the window up here. First one to guess what those two albums are, leave your comment in the comments down below, and I will pin your comment up top. That's 3 uses of the word comment, all within 20 seconds. Does anybody collect vintage magazines? This is something that I've had for quite a while. I think my wife got it for me. Obviously, this is Metallica, 30 years of the world's greatest heavy metal band. Yeah, obviously, they've been around more than 30 years. So this is a little bit old. I don't know if I'd say vintage, but it's a little bit old. But it's a good read. It's got Metallica over 30 years. So yeah, I enjoyed it. Just let me know in the comments below if you guys collect vintage music magazines. Man, I wish I still had all my copies of Hit Parader and Kerrang that I was collecting back in the day. Anyway, without further ado, let's get right into my list here. Grab these things. Got a little bit of a pile here. And these are going to be in no particular order. I didn't go through them and check them to kind of like rehearse anything or whatever. But yeah, let's get right into it. I do want to mix some of these around a little. I guess I can leave it. Anyway, this is Pearl Jam, Lightning Bolt. I think this is a 2015. I want to say 2015. It's kind of hard to tell. They don't have it on the back. This is a great record. One that I would recommend that you listen to kind of with some nice headphones on so you can hear all of the production that's going on in the background. The guitars are a little in your face on this album, so it's hard to, if you're listening to it in mono, it's kind of hard to get the production. So a good stereo set of headphones really can help you appreciate Brendan O'Brien's production on this album here. It's a great album. You know, when I first got this record, I didn't like it very much. I had to force myself to listen to it. I would say it's their best newer record that they've had. I said 2015. No, this is 2019 maybe. I don't know why I said 2015. Maybe earlier than that? I don't know. I don't know. Leave it in the comments down below. That's 5 times. I'm going to start a comment counter. Leave it down below if you know when this album came out. I can't quite remember. Hold on. I got a copy of the CD right here. Oh my gosh. It's a cool CD though, by the way. Cool CD. It's got a full book inside, the lyric sheet or whatever. Where's the actual CD at? Oh, it's in here. I am struggling today. Sorry, folks. Thought we were going to get right into it. Got a CD right there. Lightning Bolt. I don't know what's going on here. I don't like that. I think I had a silverfish problem. They eat paper. So, not good. I think I got rid of that issue. Anyway, it says it right here. And my vision's not the best. I don't know when the damn album came out. It's a good album. Give it a listen. Pearl Jam Lightning Bolt, their best album that it came out with in quite a while. I really love that record. Staying on topic of Pearl Jam, we have Pearl Jam Versus, another killer album. A little story about Versus is this album was out or had just released when 10 had just started to catch on. So they had wrote 10. It had been out for about a year and a half or a year or so or something like that, and it just wasn't getting any traction. Then they released this, and all of a sudden 10 blows up while they were in the studio making this. So, and then this one dropped, obviously with Daughter and Dissident and Crack Rear View and Glorified and White Male American. Just a killer album. What am I missing on here? Rats, Elderly Woman Behind a Counter in a Small Town, Indifference, which is one of my favorite Pearl Jam songs. It's a real ghostly, just Eddie singing there with a little bit of music in the background. Love this record here. I like it better than 10. Probably my favorite Pearl Jam record that I have. Now, I have 10 versus Vitology, Yield, and Lightning Bolt. I don't have anything after that, so I don't have their last 3 efforts because I don't need them. UFO, No Heavy Petting by UFO. Just a killer hard rock record here with the boys. Yeah, man. No Heavy Petting. If you know, you know. A lot of our heavy metal bluesy guitar licks, UFO was the ones that were starting all that. So, not starting it. They were in the group. They influenced a lot of them, I should say. They influenced a lot of them. No Heavy Petting by UFO is in my heavy rotation right now because I don't want to listen to all modern all the time. So when I want to listen to something that's really good, I got a little bit of damage there. When I wanted to listen to something that's really good, that's older, I'll reach for some UFO. Let me see how the condition of the disc. Oh, the disc is just peachy keen there, though. Peachy keen. When's the last time you heard that? Peachy keen. Anyway, No Heavy Petting UFO on 3 or 4 UFO albums, I think. I know Shanker, which is in UFO, was a big influence on one of my favorite guitarists, Kurt Hammett. So you would think that would have been easier to put in there. Let me see if I can UFO. I know I got one somewhere. Hold on. Anyway, yeah, I got 4 of them. You just have to take more for it. This one's going to surprise you. These next 2 may surprise you a little bit. I know you see my Metallica stuff everywhere. I'm always talking about hard rock and stuff like that. But really, man, I just like really good music in the rock genre or the folk or rock genre. If you're writing songs with meaningful lyrics and there's a lot of melody behind your music and a lot of thought goes behind your music and you're a great songwriter, I'm going to like your music. And that speaks to this next artist, which is Gordon Lightfoot. If you don't know, you don't know, but Gordon Lightfoot, probably one of the best songwriters there's ever been. I think it was it the New York Times that came out with a top 30 living songwriters, top 50 living songwriters. That list was atrocious. Gordon Lightfoot, this is on their Gord's Green vinyl, which is a really dark, let's see if I can get you a better light, really dark, you know those lamps on top of lawyers' desks? You know, the dark emerald green, really dark emerald green album. But just a fantastic record through and through. When I want to mellow out a little bit, put on a little bit of Gordy and listen to him. One of my old bosses turned me on to Gordon Lightfoot like 18 years ago, and I've been listening to him ever since. And I know he's an artist, and there's a lot of respect for him around the community with songs like Sundown and Rainy Day People and If You Could Read My Mind. Just great songs. This is more like what is this, Gordon Lightfoot? Just Gordon Lightfoot. Yeah, Gordon Lightfoot. Yeah. Next up, one of the best records in my collection, Van Morrison, Astral Weeks. I bought a copy of Tupelo Honey. I don't like it that much, but I love this record. This is when I was first starting my record collections. I found this is an original copy. It's in pretty good shape. I'd say G. Got a little bit of here, but I mean this record came out what 68, 69, something like that. So, and they say it's an original copy. So what do you expect? But love this record. Very, very singer-songwriter folksy. Just great songs on this album here. Love it, love it, love it. Any synth fans out there? And I'm not talking about, that's up there. I'm talking about, I was going to say, I'm not talking about Smashing Pumpkins album Seer either. I'm talking about Talk Talk. So if I want to go for some synth, this is one of my favorite synth albums to grab with the title track, Talk Talk, on there. They also wrote, let me think. They wrote a song that No Doubt covered. I can't remember, but Gwen Stefani and No Doubt covered a song of theirs. It was one of No Doubt's biggest hits. But Talk Talk, when I'm feeling a little synthy, I'll pop on some Talk Talk. And right now, I'm listening to that. I'm into some synth. You want guitar rock and just some jam band stuff? One of the best jam band guitar rock albums that I own. Hey, hold on just a minute. What you need? What you need? Okay, I'm making a video. I'll be done in a minute. That was my wife coming in. This is Wishbone Ash, one of the best jam band guitar albums, man, that I own. I stumbled across this. I've talked about them numerous times on my channel. This album in particular. At my local record store, and was so happy that I did. Just a killer record, just jamming out, man. Influenced a lot of bands. Wishbone Ash has been around since the 60s and influenced a lot of bands. Let me give you an example of some of their songs. Side 2 of this album has 2 songs on it. That's it. Handy and Phoenix. And the reason it has 2 songs on there, because Handy is 11 minutes and 30 seconds long. And Phoenix is 10 minutes and 23 seconds long. This is on the, is it Decca? It's on the Decca label. It's the original copy. Gatefolds, before gatefolds were cool. Just a picture of a wishbone there. Just killer, nostalgic, and great guitar work. If you've never heard Wishbone Ash, or heard of Wishbone Ash, do yourself a favor. If you like guitar and just that beginning notes of hard rock, heavy metal, give Wishbone Ash a listen. Every song on this album is killer, no filler. This is Jimmy Eat World, Bleed American. This obviously is a reissue. Love Jimmy Eat World. Love this particular album with songs like Praise Chorus and Bleed American, The Middle, My Sundown, Splash Turns Twist. It's just a killer post grunge hard rock record. Just great record. If you've never listened to this whole record, they got sped up stuff, they got slowed down stuff, they got melodic stuff. They just a lot of energy in that post grunge, punkish, rockish era. Jimmy Eat World, Bleed American, fantastic listen. I listen to it all the time. That is why it is in my heavy rotation. Made a couple shorts of this album today because I was listening to it. This is Chevelle, Brightest Blasphemy. If you know Chevelle, then you know this album. It sounds freaking crystal clear. Breakneck hard rock record. I say breakneck, but that's probably not the word. It's more crunchy hard rock record. Just another great effort by Chevelle. Has Chevelle ever put out a bad record? Let me know down in the comments below. I have every record they've ever done. Everything from La Gorga to Wonder What's Next to Point Number One. I have them all, man. I have them all. And this is Brightest Blasphemy. Just a fantastic record, and it's in my heavy rotation right now. And just take a peek, in case anybody cares. That's the album right there. Love the swirl pattern, blotchy pattern on that. If you haven't heard the Brightest Blasphemy record, give it a listen. Throwbacks of thrash era heavy metal right here. This is Hellfire. I think this is a 2020 or 2019 record. Not the biggest band in the world, but a fantastic thrash, blues, heavy metal type band. Notes of early Metallica, Megadeth, Anthrax, things like that here on this album. So yeah, give it a listen. This is Hellfire Mania. We just listened to this today. Budgie Van Doler. This is an original copy, a super clean original copy of Budgie. Love the artwork on the Budgie records. I mean, just love them. There's the back of the record there. This has, I think it has, no it doesn't. This one doesn't have Breadfin on there, the one that Metallica covered. But dude, Budgie, early roots of heavy metal again. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Let's go here and put that one on last. Gish is in my heavy rotation. Gish by Smashing Pumpkins is always in my heavy rotation. One of the best alternative rock albums ever made. A lot of people want to point to Siamese Dream. Yeah, Siamese Dream is great and it holds its place, but this is, when I think Smashing Pumpkins in the truest form, I think Gish. This is what I think. Or what I would like Smashing Pumpkins to be in the truest form, I should say. Just got this in. This is, I brought this in a couple of videos. This is Reload. It's in my heavy rotation. Listening to this, man. So I have a pair of One Audio wraparound headphones. Really, really great dynamic panning headphones, dynamic sound. And I was listening to this the other day in the old record player there with my wraparounds on. It was late at night. I was sitting there by myself. I think all the kids were in bed. And I was able to just sit back and kind of really give it a listen for the millionth time. I mean, with all due respect, I've heard this album a million times, but not like I heard it when I heard it with those headphones. If you're not listening to music with some really good, and you have to pay a couple hundred, $200-300 and higher for some really good plug-in jack headphones, I don't know what you're doing, man. There's so much ambient stuff in all these tracks that you can only hear with those headphones. Pump organs, ukuleles. I heard a ukulele on this album. I think it was in Fixer, and part of Fixer toward the end. Just a killer record. This is obviously the gatefold. And this, of course, is on the, whoops. The Flaming Fuel vinyl. And yes, I know, before anybody says anything about these paper sleeves, I know. I need to get polyline sleeves for all my albums. I know. And I need to pull them out of the records. I know, and put them back here in the polyline sleeve. I know. But give me a break, will you? I got a lot of money. That's going to cost me a lot of money. I've got 300 or 400 records, and I got to, excuse me, I dropped the shrink wrap. And I got to do that to everyone. I do have all my records protected, the outer jackets, but their vinyl itself I do not have protected properly, and I need to get that done. But Reload is in my heavy rotation right now. Obviously, I have the Best of Doobie Brothers. That is an original copy of the Best of Doobie Brothers. I was listening to that right before I started recording, so maybe it'll be my next heavy rotation video. Who knows? When I first heard this album, I didn't like it. I was straightening up the man cave out here today. I'll bring you guys another man cave tour video soon, but I was straightening out the man cave today and put it on. And sometimes when I listen to music, when I'm not intentionally listening to music, so when I'm not, really focused on what's going on in the music, and I'm just listening to it kind of ambiently, that's when I get a new appreciation for the album. And this one right here, this is Ghost, what is it, Skeleton? I didn't like it the first time I heard it, but I like it now. Sounds great. And by the way, this album, I don't know, I guess it's out print or whatever, but this album's going through the roof. They have multiple copies and colors of this record. This is their crystal clear one. And this album right here I think it's going for around $50-$60 now. So not that I'll buy music for the cost, but hey dude, if I ever need to trade, records to get a better record. You know, it's good to have something that holds a lot of value that I can sell on Discogs or at my local record store and get a good substantial amount for. In other words, if I paid 30 for it retail and then 3 months later it's worth 60, 70 bucks, that's good. Yeah, Ghost Skeleton. And what I'm listening to mostly in my heavy rotation right now is Our Lady Peace. This is their live album. This has got Starseed, Naveed, Superman's Dead. You can see here. It's 4 sides, 2 LPs. It's got every great song they've ever written on here, except for their newest ones, which one of their best songs they've ever wrote is one of the newest ones. Sound the Alarm, love that song, love that song, love that song. But this is Our Lady Peace. Quick story about this. This was supposed to be the clear vinyl. When my wife bought it, they sent the regular black one. And I told her at first I wanted to send it back, but then I got thinking, I was like, no, I'll just keep this one here. But yeah, this is killer. Our Lady Peace is always part of my heavy rotation that I'm listening to right now. So listen, I hope you folks enjoyed the video. Got a little bit of everything on there. Let me know, like I said, in the comments below. That's number 7. If you guys still read vintage magazines or collect vintage magazines, do you listen to cassettes? Yeah, man. I think that's going to do it for now. I hope you guys have some good listening and happy hunting for your records, and have a blessed Memorial Day. See you on the next one.